Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. So I watched that Cuties film. I'm not going to do a review of it, I can't be bothered. But some bloke on YouTube did a review of the Cuties film and it's incredible. Their name is Mrgirl, the title Cuties, an uncomfortably honest review. So I'm immediately getting Onision vibes, the most honest YouTuber, where. Now Mrgirl has less than 3,000 subscribers, but this video got 337,000 views and over 100,000 dislikes. So I'm going to show you why people hate this review so much.
Hi Cuties, guess what I just watched? So if you're not familiar, Cuties is a film that Netflix just bought from director Maimouna Doucouré. She's a French woman. And she made this film that has sparked some controversy.
I've already watched some of this, obviously, because I found this with a friend and we watched it and we laughed at this bloke. And we'll get to why in a minute. But something that's annoyed me within 20 seconds in is how, like, comfortably smug this guy seems with his own. Can you feel, like, the self-satisfaction oozing from that monotonous delivery of his review? I mean, like, he's boring, but he seems quite smug about, I don't know, how flat the voice sounds, because he really thinks that he's really saying something with the words coming out his mouth. Some people shouldn't be in front of a camera. You'll see why properly in a minute, but you're boring, mate, you're boring. You almost had to be quite controversial to get views on your channel.
Maybe not so much the film itself, but a poster that Netflix made to promote it. As you can see, it's a bunch of 11-year-old girls dancing provocatively. Now, people said that this was Netflix sexualizing children. Other people have said that the film itself is sexualizing children. That's basically akin to child pornography. And that it's, you know, the pedophile left normalizing pedophilia as a legitimate sexual orientation. Hollywood did Pizzagate. I don't know how far down the rabbit hole you want to go, and then other people are more just kind of more, I think, in my opinion, sanely saying it's exploitative. It's exploiting children. Even if you're making a movie that's about the exploitation of children, you could do it in a way that does not exploit children when you made it. So that's just a little background. That's why I ended up watching this movie. Now, it's a solid film. It's a good movie.
I'm going to skip over everything he just said then. I almost have an issue with people's audio on YouTube being too good. Unless you're like an ASMR, mukbanger, no talking, extra crunchy fried food type of person. It actually is this me just trying to justify my own terrible audio quality and the echo and etc. I kind of actually hate really good audio in YouTube videos when you can hear someone swallowing, when you can hear every movement their mouth is making. It gives the actual, this has nothing to do with why this guy is a complete moron. I'm just complaining about stuff. It's just Alizee complains. I don't like the way this video sounds. There we go. Also, I broke my phone recently. I know, very sad. F in chat, lads.
Definitely better than most movies. And we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the movie itself, but right off the bat, just first impressions regarding the controversy.
I'm going to have to disagree with you there, mate, because I watched the film, and if you just compartmentalise the exploiting 13-year-olds for 1 second there, besides all the shock factor value elements, it's a very average film. It's almost like if you're going to do something as insidious as exploit children, you better make sure it's one of the best films you've ever seen. It's a very average. It's not a great movie. It's very average. In fact, in some parts, I was a bit bored.
This film does try to make you sexually aroused by 11-year-olds, and I'll say it's not bad at it.
Imagine being so comfortable with your smug, bullshitty, arrogant opinions that you feel you can safely say on the internet, this film wants you to be aroused by children. It's not bad at it. Imagine feeling that secure in your boring bullshit opinions. And there's going to be more of that as his review goes on. But it kind of baffles me sometimes that some people don't realise, hey, you don't need to share everything with the internet. If you watch the film and it might have made you realise that you might be a nonce, probably don't say that online. I'm not calling this guy a pedo. He does a good job of doing that himself with the stuff he's saying. But when did these types of people get so confident that they feel they can go on the internet and say, basically imply, yeah, I was aroused by those kids in that film?
It's not a total failure in that regard, at least for me. Your mileage may vary. I want to say that if you are concerned about people treating this as child pornography, there are probably thousands of people masturbating to this film as we speak. As far it's basically, and I'll put some shots, and I'll probably include footage throughout the whole review. But yeah, as far as like sexy music videos go, it's not bad.
See the way he licked his lips there? He's got a zoom in on his face because we put in zoom ins on YouTube when we think that adds comedic emphasis or when we think that we're saying something that's deeply profound. Imagine being so secure about your fucking opinions that you think you're being profound by saying, yeah, those kids were pretty sexy. I don't know what I'm more annoyed by. I think it's the smugness. Other people are finding like actual issue that, well, this guy is basically kind of, is he endorsing pedophilia? Meanwhile, I'm sitting here like, oh my god, he's so up his own ass. It's so fucking annoying. Like, fuck off, take a day off, mate. This is your most viewed video ever, but take a day off.
Are we live? Is this live? Oh, trigger warning. Honesty.
He just really thinks he's doing something. It's literally like every time that Onision said, I am the most honest YouTuber because I'm going to call you fat if I think you're fat. Shut up, you mug.
So is that part of an attempt by the filmmaker to provoke... I'll say this. I don't get the sense that the woman who made this film is... I think she just doesn't pull her punch. I don't think she's trying to titillate simply for the purpose of titillation. If she were, she probably would just cast adults, make her life a lot easier. I think that the film is kind of roping you into the discussion of the sexualization of children by sexualizing children and by making you complicit in that, because the camera forces you to ogle these 11-year-old girls. And
I mean, I don't think the camera forces you to ogle these girls. Could just close your eyes. I'm losing the will to live as I watch this review, honestly. Like how can you be so controversial yet so boring?
So let's put the morality of that aside and just take her art at face value. It's pretty interesting to be forced to do something. It's kind of like The Last of Us too. It's a great game. To be forced to do something that you're uncomfortable with, and to have to grapple with what role you're playing in the creation of the culture that these girls are participating in. And it's real. It's very realistic. I don't know if you've ever heard of the app TikTok. There's some pretty interesting stuff on there that, I've checked out, and I recommend you check it out. Girls of all ages are dancing like, and guys are dancing like this. Dances have become more explicitly sexual. But then, I listen to everybody saying these things, and I think we just sound the same as like old fogies did in the 50s and 60s. So it's interesting to be kind of held accountable by the film, or maybe just informed. I don't know.
Why do a review if you don't know what you're trying to say other than, and taking a long time to spit it out too. You don't know what you're trying to say other than, I found some kids sexy and I'm going to try and justify it.
As these girls are doing increasingly provocative and increasingly sexual dance moves, almost to the point where it starts to feel surreal when they're like wiping their hands on their crotches. I think from the back, if memory serves. I'll have to watch it again and again and again.
See that part where he's just admitting that he'd watched, you know, a 13-year-old pretend to like wipe up their crotch again and again and again. There was a part of me that thought, is this just a bit? Is this just a really kind of inappropriate satirical review where he's pretending to be a bit noncy? But then I thought, surely there are better hills to die on and better ways to go about doing comedy bits than by pretending that you're a bit noncy.
So there are characters who ignore her sexuality, like her father. There's a scene where she tries to strip for her father to get him to give her his phone. She steals his phone and she's trying to get him to let her keep it. She starts taking her pants off. And he ignores it and is like, what the fuck are you doing? She responds by taking a picture of her vagina. She responds by taking a picture of her vagina and posting it on Instagram.
That wasn't even her father, it was her cousin. The cousin that was helping. You didn't even watch the movie. You were too enraptured by 13-year-olds dancing inappropriately.
And it juxtaposes these amazing scenes where it's like you'll see the girls playing on a bed where they're stuffing gummy bears in their mouths and they're just totally children. And then you'll see them shaking their booties on this stairway as they make this this viral video. And they're pretty hot. And, you know, you can say whatever you want about me. It's not my fault. I didn't make them do that. They did that. That's the point. That's the whole point of the movie, is that you're supposed to be sitting there thinking, look at the blonde one. You're supposed to be sitting there holding these two thoughts in your head, and one, that these are kids, and the other, that they're hot.
When did these types of people get so confident and comfortable in their own bullshit opinions? I'm going to say that time and time again. Like, how confident do you have to be to sit there and go, yeah, look at that blonde 13-year-old. And also, don't blame me. I didn't make them do that. I'm just gonna ogle them. Well, technically, they're 13-year-old actresses playing 11-year-olds. 13-year-olds surely can't consent to being in a film like that. So, you know, their parents would have to sign, you know, release forms, etc., etc. So technically, I mean, like, you're victim blaming. Because those girls, there's no use. There's no use with these types of people.
I don't even know if you're supposed to be comfortable with that. It's more like you're just supposed to be informed that you are capable of that and that you feel that way.
If you're capable of that and you feel that way, can I just come out and say it, that you might be a peak?
I kept thinking about if I had a daughter, whether I would let her be in this movie. And either way, your daughter's going to hate you, right? Later, she's going to hate you. So she'll hate you for squandering her career by not letting her be in this really good movie. I assume career launching for most of the girls in it. So I don't know, like, if you have a daughter who's 11 and likes doing sexy TikTok dances where she's shaking her ass all the time, and then some well-meaning and I assume not creepy filmmaker comes along and they're like, I'd like to pay your daughter to shake her ass. I guess I would say yes.
You'd be okay with pimping your child out because it would make money. This guy might be a bigger galaxy brain than Onision. It's fascinating. He keeps blabbering on and it's about the actual plot of the film and he's so monotonous and boring. If you're going to be controversial and say like loads of, you know, stupid shit, then you got to be entertaining about it. I want to see those Jeffree Star, it was wrong. I will never get over that for as long as I live. Guys, there's so much bad stuff going on in the world right now. It was wrong. I will never ever get over that. My Jeffree Star video for anyone fucking, it was wrong. If you're gonna be insane, then just be entertaining, because then at least there'll be something to kind of laugh at. Part of me wants to think maybe this guy is just trolling, but it's like, why would you upload this on the internet where it's there forever and ruin your reputation by being like, I'm just trolling, I'm not really a paedophile, I'm just pretending to be a paedophile. Do you know what I mean?
I think the whole thing, the title, Cuties, and I don't speak French well enough to know how accurate that is, it's a great title because we already sexualize children. When we tell a child that they're cute, we are telling them that they're attractive. And attractiveness is only one thing. It's sex. Attractiveness leads to sex.
The mental gymnastics. Cute isn't really synonymous with attraction or attractive. Cute is synonymous with adorable. And adorable isn't really something you're attracted to. I mean, and also think about the types of things that we do call cute, like puppies, kittens, baby animals, babies, toddlers, sometimes nice decor. Oh, look at that cute tiny little plant. Doesn't mean you want to fuck the plant, does it? This guy, the mental gymnastics to try to justify his insane and yet boring, hideously boring worldview is just infuriating. I am falling asleep listening to this, actually. It was fun for the first 10 minutes, and now I've just had enough of his droning on. Who the hell does this guy think he is, that he really went out and made a 24-minute long video of him trying to justify why he was aroused by 13-year-old girls? I can't deal with this anymore. I can't deal with his lips smacking. I can't deal with hearing every single movement the inside of his throat makes. Boring, disgusting. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you agree with me? If you're going to be controversial, at least be entertaining. Don't sit there like this and be like, does a pretty good job of getting me aroused. I am the most honest YouTuber. Get a grip. Keep some things to yourself. You don't have to share everything on the internet. Anyway, guys, that's all for this video. If you enjoyed it, remember to like, comment, subscribe. I make new videos whenever I feel like it. Follow me on Instagram and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Not you though, Mr. Girl. You will be blocked. Bye.